I'm trying to make heads or tails of this because in the end, you can argue it's great to have the optics. What do you make of it? What comes of it? Let's have that conversation with Paul Goncharoff. Paul Goncharoff, the world is of course watching this. We have seen in the past couple of years reasonable global stability. India has been growing okay. In China, there are economic issues, but the worst case scenarios haven't played out. Russia has been under significant global sanctions, but worst case scenarios have not played out. The American economy has gone through a bit of inflation, but it is still growing and not receding. Has the past couple of months caused the start of a very serious financial implication for the entire world?
I believe it has. A few years ago, I was asked where I see the biggest risk in the dollar-dominated, or let's say the G7-dominated world, and that is trust, and the absence of trust, and the absence of predictable stability, which is really number one on any businessman's agenda, anyone involved in finance or economics. And this lack of trust, a lack of clarity in terms of direction, is having a tremendous effect on the established currencies of the world. We're talking a dollar, a euro, Japanese yen, and the systems which support such debt-based currencies and economic approaches. So here we are. It's called the SCO, but in fact, today in Tianjin, you have all of what we term now the global south, Asia, Central Asia, all together. And I'm an old veteran of these get-togethers. And a lot more happens on the sidelines than is ever published. And this has been going on now longer than since Kazan. I have a very strong personal anecdotal feeling that come the 1st of September, once the group statement is signed, that we'll all be quite surprised. I think that a number of themes have been quietly being built in terms of financial interchangeability, stability in transnational trade. I may be wrong, but I certainly hope that we will see some very firm action, because who do we have? We have the heads of several major countries, but as important, you have not only SCO, you have BRICS, you have the GCC, ASEAN, you name them, that Christmas list goes on.
I agree with you, but like I said, then there's a Quad on the other side, and there's a lot of other things. But so let me ask you the straight questions, okay? Is there enough disenchantment? And I'm not talking about countries that are friends. The Chinese and the Japanese are not friends. The Indians and the Chinese have existential issues. The Indians and the Pakistanis at the SCO have long-standing issues here. Have they all sort of come together in one place because of what has happened out of Washington in the past 2 months? Because it's not just with us, it's with Canada, it's with Mexico, it's with Europe, it's with Japan, it's with the Aussies and the Chinese. Even Pakistan has 20% tariffs. So we're wondering why we've got 15, they've got 20, but even they've been slapped with tariffs. So have they all been put in a room together that they actually are now imagining something different?
I believe so. I believe they are. Look, again, it comes back to what I said earlier, trust. Who today can trust the EU, especially members of the EU, who today can really trust close relationships with the United States, Mexico, Canada, Japan? So it really leaves quite a bit of rubble to sort through. But as you say, if you put them all in a room, and they are in a room now in Tianjin, what will result from that?
Okay, but in real terms, can there be in the next 5 years, 10 years, in our lifetimes, the possibility of what you call financial interchange mechanisms, which is basically for the people watching the broadcast, is can we trade with each other without trading in dollars? Is this a very real possibility?
Yes, very real, and it's already happening.